Have you ever felt your entire mood shift because of one harsh comment? Imagine this. You're enjoying your morning coffee, feeling at peace, when suddenly a message filled with criticism or negativity arrives. Just like that, your day takes a turn. But ask yourself, was it their words that ruined your day or your reaction to them? The Stoics teach us that we cannot control the actions of others, only our response to them. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If someone speaks ill of you, look into their soul and see what kind of person they are. You will realize there's no need to be troubled. Instead of letting negativity consume us, we can use it as a tool for growth. Toxic people will always exist, but they don't have to dictate your peace of mind." In this video, we'll explore 10 genius Stoic strategies to handle negativity with wisdom and composure, so that no one's bitterness can disturb your inner tranquility. Stay with us as we uncover how to turn every difficult encounter into an opportunity for strength and self-mastery. Welcome to Stoic Lens, where we transform adversity into wisdom. 1. Don't think you are the cause of the problem. When dealing with toxic people, one of the greatest traps is believing that their negativity is a reflection of you. In reality, their harsh words, controlling behavior, or criticism often stem from their own inner turmoil, fears, insecurities, and unresolved struggles that have nothing to do with you. The moment you internalize their toxicity, you surrender your peace to someone else's chaos. Imagine a family member who constantly creates tension at home, raising their voice, nitpicking, or making others feel small. It's easy to assume you're at fault, that maybe if you acted differently, they'd treat you better. But step back and ask, is their frustration truly about you? Or is it a manifestation of their own anxieties, perhaps about work, finances, or personal failures? Once you see this, their words lose power over you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You cannot dictate how others behave, but you can decide how much influence they have over your emotions. This doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It means refusing to let someone else's bitterness poison your sense of self. At work, for instance, you may encounter a colleague who constantly criticizes or undermines you. Instead of taking it personally, recognize that their behavior likely stems from their own struggles. Perhaps they feel threatened or inadequate. By shifting your perspective, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and focus on your own growth. The same applies to personal relationships. A loved one's toxic behavior is often a reflection of their own pain, not a judgment of your worth. Understanding this allows you to approach the situation with wisdom, practicing patience where possible, setting boundaries where necessary, and most importantly, refusing to let their negativity define you. When you embrace this Stoic principle, you reclaim your inner stability. No one's words or actions can shake your foundation unless you allow them to. True strength lies in recognizing that their storm is theirs, not yours to carry. 2. Be assertive. When facing toxic individuals, one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is assertiveness. It is the ability to express your thoughts and feelings clearly and confidently while maintaining respect for both yourself and others. Unlike aggression, which seeks to dominate, assertiveness is about standing firm in your truth without unnecessary conflict. Imagine you're in a conversation where someone constantly interrupts you. Frustration builds and you feel unheard. A reactive response might be anger, but a Stoic approach calls for calm assertiveness. Instead of snapping, you can say, "I'd appreciate it if I could finish my point before you respond." This approach is direct, respectful, and establishes a boundary without hostility. Setting clear boundaries is crucial. If someone is consistently disrespectful, you might say, "I expect our conversations to remain respectful. If insults continue, I'll need to walk away." The key is to follow through. Assertiveness is ineffective without consistency. When people see that your boundaries are firm, they are more likely to respect them. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Assertiveness is precisely this, controlling your response instead of trying to change the toxic person. Their behavior may remain the same, but your sense of peace will not be disturbed. Assertiveness also means choosing your battles wisely. Not every insult, criticism, or rude remark deserves your energy. By maintaining composure, you protect your emotional well-being and demonstrate self-respect. If someone continuously criticizes you unfairly, instead of becoming defensive, you can calmly state, "I'm open to constructive feedback, but constant negativity isn't productive." Let's focus on solutions. This principle applies to all aspects of life: work, friendships, and family relationships. The more consistently you practice assertiveness, the more you reinforce the message that you value yourself. The goal isn't to change toxic people, but to protect your own peace. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Much of our distress comes from tolerating situations we could address with a firm yet calm stance. By choosing assertiveness over silence or aggression, you reclaim control over your interactions and cultivate relationships built on respect. How will you begin practicing assertiveness in your life today? Reflect on this and take the first step toward healthier, more balanced interactions. 3. Setting boundaries. Imagine your life as a masterpiece, each interaction adding color to your canvas. Some people bring light and warmth, while others cast shadows, draining your energy and disturbing your peace. The Stoics understood that protecting one's inner tranquility requires setting boundaries, not by avoiding problems, but by mastering the art of control. Boundaries are not walls that shut others out. They are gates that allow you to choose what influences you let in. Being selectively open does not make you cold or distant. It makes you the guardian of your own well-being. Picture your energy as a precious resource, like water in a desert. Would you rather give it to those who nourish and uplift you, or let it be wasted by negativity? To set boundaries effectively, you must first know your limits. Identify moments when you've felt drained, disrespected, or manipulated, and use these experiences to define what you will and will not tolerate. Then, communicate clearly. Use direct yet calm statements like, "I need our conversations to be respectful," rather than accusations. Consistency is key. If someone repeatedly tests your limits, stand firm without hostility. A boundary that is constantly compromised is no boundary at all. Lastly, reassess your boundaries regularly. Life changes, and so should your ability to protect your peace. Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering the art of setting boundaries, you cultivate a life of inner strength and tranquility. Comment, "My boundaries, my peace," if you're committed to prioritizing your well-being. Now, let's continue this journey of resilience and wisdom. 4. Focus on solutions. When dealing with toxic people, it's easy to become trapped in a cycle of frustration and negativity. The more you dwell on their behavior, the more power you give them over your peace of mind. But the Stoics teach us a different approach, one that shifts our perspective from complaints to action. Instead of fixating on the problem, focus on the solution. Imagine you're part of a project team at work, and one colleague constantly criticizes and belittles others. Their negativity poisons the atmosphere, draining morale and productivity. A natural reaction might be to confront them directly, but this often escalates tension rather than resolving it. Instead, apply a solution-oriented mindset. Propose a team discussion where everyone can express concerns and collaborate on ways to improve the work environment. You could suggest team-building activities, establish communication guidelines, or introduce a system for constructive feedback. By shifting the conversation toward solutions rather than blame, you steer the situation in a productive direction. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, instead of getting consumed by toxic behavior, lead by example. Demonstrate the mindset you wish to see in others. This principle applies beyond the workplace. In relationships, instead of arguing over repeated conflicts, seek practical changes that prevent them from recurring. If a friend constantly dismisses your feelings, rather than accusing them of being insensitive, express what you need for a healthier dynamic. "I value our friendship, but I need our conversations to be more balanced." By focusing on solutions, you remove unnecessary conflict and create space for real improvement. Consider the story of a tech startup struggling with a brilliant but abrasive programmer. His harsh demeanor creates constant friction within the team. Instead of reprimanding him, the team leader organizes a workshop on collaboration and communication. This subtle shift transforms the team dynamic, helping the programmer see his impact without confrontation. Focusing on solutions doesn't mean ignoring problems, it means refusing to be consumed by them. The next time you encounter toxic behavior, ask yourself, how can I shift this situation toward a constructive outcome? By adopting this mindset, you protect your peace, strengthen your resilience, and create a more positive environment, both for yourself and those around you. 5. Recognize fake friendliness. Not all smiles are genuine, and not every friendly word carries goodwill. Fake friendliness is a subtle yet insidious form of manipulation, where someone appears warm and supportive while harboring hidden motives. The Stoics teach us to see the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. So recognizing false intentions is essential for safeguarding our peace. Have you ever spoken to someone who seemed overly agreeable, only to later discover they spoke poorly of you behind your back? It's like mistaking a calm sea for safe waters, only to find hidden currents pulling you under. These people often hide their true intentions behind excessive flattery, forced enthusiasm, or a politeness that feels rehearsed rather than real. Pay attention to their inconsistencies, a smile that doesn't reach their eyes, compliments that feel hollow, or a tone of voice that drips with sweetness but lacks sincerity. The way someone speaks, listens, and reacts can reveal their true nature to those who are observant. Consider Emma, who started a new job eager to make friends. She quickly bonded with Sarah, a colleague who always seemed supportive. But over time, Emma noticed something unsettling. Sarah would agree with her ideas in meetings, only to criticize them to others later. Her praise felt artificial, her encouragement conditional. Trusting her instincts, Emma took a step back. observed Sarah's behavior more closely and realized the truth. Sarah's friendliness was a facade. By recognizing this early, Emma avoided unnecessary stress and maintained her inner peace. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you fill your mind with discernment instead of false hopes, you protect yourself from deception. This doesn't mean approaching every interaction with suspicion. It means trusting your intuition and maintaining firm boundaries. If something feels off, listen to that feeling. Observe, reflect, and adjust your trust accordingly. Not every outstretched hand is extended in kindness, and not every friendly word is spoken with good intent. By staying true to yourself and choosing relationships wisely, you create space for authentic connections, ones that enrich rather than drain your life. 6. Avoid isolation. One of the greatest tactics of toxic individuals is isolation. By cutting you off from your support system, they gain more influence over your emotions, making it easier to manipulate and control you. But the Stoics teach us that strength lies in connection, not just with others, but with ourselves. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is essential to maintaining clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. A strong support network acts as a shield against negativity. Friends, family, or even a trusted mentor can offer perspective, encouragement, and wisdom when dealing with toxic people. Opening up to those who genuinely care about you can provide much-needed reassurance and prevent the self-doubt that isolation breeds. Beyond relationships, engaging in uplifting activities is crucial. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. What you focus on shapes your reality." Instead of dwelling on toxic interactions, shift your energy toward hobbies, fitness, volunteering, or creative pursuits. Whether it's joining a book club, practicing martial arts, or simply taking long walks in nature, these activities cultivate a mindset that deflects negativity. Your physical space also plays a role in your well-being. A cluttered, chaotic environment can mirror and amplify mental distress, while a peaceful, organized space can serve as a refuge. Consider filling your home with small touches of tranquility, plants, soft lighting, or a reading nook where you can retreat from the noise of the world. How can you design your surroundings to reflect the inner calm you seek? Marcus Aurelius also said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." Toxic people lose their power when you refuse to internalize their negativity. By focusing on positive relationships, meaningful activities, and a peaceful environment, you diminish their influence over you. Isolation makes you vulnerable. Connection makes you strong. Take a moment to reflect. What steps can you take today to fortify your support system and protect your peace? If you've made it this far, you're already on the path to mastering the art of resilience. Comment Peacekeeper below to affirm your commitment to cultivating strength, wisdom, and serenity in your life. Stay with us. There's more to discover on this journey toward true Stoic resilience. 7. Stability in emotions. Navigating life around toxic people can feel like walking through a storm, chaotic, unpredictable, and draining. But imagine standing at the center of that storm, untouched by the raging winds. Emotional stability is not about ignoring negativity, it's about mastering your response to it. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can always control how we react. Picture a mountain, unshaken by the fiercest storms, standing firm despite the chaos around it. This is the mindset we must cultivate. When faced with toxicity, instead of being pulled into the drama, pause. Take a breath. Observe rather than react. This simple act of restraint grants you the power to choose reason over impulse. Consider a workplace scenario. A colleague spreads negativity, gossiping and creating tension. The natural reaction might be frustration or anger, but the Stoic approach is different. Rather than letting their toxicity disturb your peace, step back and decide your response deliberately. You might address the issue with calm assertiveness or simply refuse to engage, recognizing that their negativity is theirs, not yours, to carry. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Practicing mindfulness helps reinforce this truth. Imagine stress as clouds drifting across the sky. You acknowledge them, but you don't hold on to them. This mindset allows you to stay grounded, no matter the turbulence around you. A powerful real-life example is that of a teacher constantly subjected to negativity from a toxic colleague. Instead of reacting, she chose to remain calm, focused on her work, and refused to let the negativity affect her. Over time, her unwavering composure not only shielded her from the toxicity, but also made her a source of stability for her students and peers. Next time you find yourself surrounded by negativity, ask yourself, how can I respond with wisdom rather than emotion? Every challenge is an opportunity to practice resilience. The stronger your inner peace, the less power external chaos has over you. Be the mountain, not the storm. 8. Focus on goals. When you're dedicated to a goal, whether it's mastering a skill, improving your health, or building something meaningful, you feel a sense of purpose, as if you're walking a clear path forward. But inevitably, obstacles appear. Negativity, doubt, and criticism from others can feel like strong winds trying to blow you off course. The key to overcoming these forces: stay focused on your path and let the noise fade into the background. Take Ethan, for example. He dreamed of starting an online business, but those around him were skeptical. Some openly voiced their doubts, while others subtly discouraged him, suggesting safer, more conventional paths. Instead of arguing or seeking validation, Ethan chose to focus on action, learning, refining his skills, and building his business step by step. In time, his success silenced the skeptics. His story reminds us of a crucial Stoic principle. You cannot control others' opinions, but you can control your response. If you allow criticism to consume you, you waste precious time. But if you stay committed to your goals, negativity loses its hold. Think of resilience like a raincoat in a storm. It won't stop the rain, but it will keep you dry. When people doubt you, instead of explaining yourself or seeking approval, let your actions speak for themselves. Sophia, an aspiring novelist, faced constant discouragement from friends and colleagues who reminded her of the slim chances of success. Instead of internalizing their skepticism, she devoted herself to her craft, writing daily, improving her skills, and submitting her manuscript to publishers. Her perseverance paid off, and her book was eventually published. Similarly, Daniel, a software developer, had a vision for a time management app, but his peers dismissed the idea as impractical. Rather than being discouraged, he poured his energy into learning about app development, user needs, and market trends. Over time, his app gained traction, proving his critics wrong. What do these stories have in common? Unwavering focus. When you prioritize your goals, negativity becomes irrelevant. Goals provide clarity and direction, keeping you on track and reducing distractions. They act as a driving force, transforming obstacles into stepping stones. Tracking your progress ensures accountability, while prioritization helps you stay productive and avoid unnecessary detours. Most importantly, the pursuit itself builds resilience, preparing you for future challenges. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." In other words, stop explaining, start doing. The next time someone doubts you, remember Ethan, Sophia, and Daniel. Let your progress be your response. Stay focused, build resilience, and allow your success to speak louder than any critic ever could. 9. Do not get into pointless fights. In life, not every battle is worth fighting. Toxic people thrive on provoking reactions, pulling you into arguments that drain your energy and disturb your peace. But the most powerful response? No response at all. This doesn't mean ignoring the issue, but refusing to let it dictate your emotions. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You always have the power of not having an opinion." Before engaging, ask yourself, is this truly worth my energy? More often than not, the answer is no. Arguing with toxic people is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It only fuels the flames. Instead, remain composed and detached. If someone tries to provoke you, respond with calm curiosity rather than frustration. A simple, "That's an interesting perspective," can diffuse tension without feeding their negativity. This doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. True strength lies in knowing when to stand firm and when to walk away. Imagine a skilled martial artist who doesn't waste energy fighting every opponent. They conserve their strength for battles that truly matter. Kindness is your shield. Patience is your sword. Seneca wisely said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Most conflicts exist only because we allow them to. The moment you choose to disengage, their power over you disappears. Reflect. Are you fighting battles that aren't worth your energy? Learning to walk away is a hallmark of emotional maturity and self-mastery. Drop a comment saying, "I am resilient," if you're committed to protecting your peace. 10. Embrace change and adaptability. Navigating life around toxic people can feel like walking a tightrope in a storm. Each step is uncertain, and the winds of negativity threaten to throw you off balance. The Stoics teach us that the key to maintaining inner peace is embracing change and adaptability. Life is in constant motion, and those who resist change suffer the most. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Toxic people, like all things, are temporary. Their influence over you lasts only as long as you allow it. By accepting this impermanence, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. If a colleague undermines your work, instead of letting it discourage you, see it as a challenge to refine your skills, seek allies, or even explore new opportunities. Adaptation turns obstacles into stepping stones. A growth mindset is essential. Instead of seeing toxic encounters as personal attacks, view them as opportunities to strengthen your resilience. If a friend constantly belittles your achievements, let it remind you to cultivate self-confidence and surround yourself with those who uplift you. The Stoics believed that challenges are teachers. Every hardship refines your character. Flexibility in your response is key. Toxic individuals often provoke reactions to destabilize you. Instead of reacting emotionally, practice composure. If a family member frequently criticizes your choices, respond calmly. "I understand your concern. Let's find common ground." This approach not only diffuses conflict, but also reinforces your emotional control. Adaptability builds true resilience. Like a skilled strategist adjusting tactics in battle, you must learn when to stand firm, when to shift course, and when to walk away. Toxicity does not define you. Your ability to navigate it does. Embrace change, and you'll remain unshaken. Thank you for joining us on this journey to mastering the art of handling toxic people. Remember, true strength lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and by applying these Stoic principles, you're building resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments. If you're new here, comment newbie. And if you've been walking this path with us, type Stoic to reaffirm your commitment to growth. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss new insights on cultivating a stronger mindset. Stay grounded, stay resilient, and remember, no one can take your peace unless you allow it. See you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more wisdom to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength.